Hi guys, just call me Ash here and welcome back to another Minecraft roleplay tutorial. A comment I get a lot is that people not realizing how long making a roleplay actually takes. So I thought I'd take you all along with me as I make the next episode of my own MCRP. Side note, check out the Mortal 4 episode 9, out now. Everything will also be cut up into chapters for your convenience. So enough yapping, let's get into it. The first step to making a Minecraft roleplay is to write your script. So I'll show you guys how I write my script right now. Side note, I probably am not doing this the proper way on how to write a screenplay, but it works for me. My voice actors can read it, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I don't know what I'm saying. So I'm in Google Docs. I use Google Docs because it's free, easy to share with everyone else, and if you have a Google account, you have Google Docs, so that's what I use. I don't have footage of me recording this episode script because I wrote the script a long time ago, but I'll show you how to write a basic script. So you want like a plot structure. So you want like they're fine, there's a problem, they have to solve the problem, and then the climax, and then you end. I'll throw up a diagram on screen. Now, I know some people like to outline the plot of their scripts. I just like to type. So, Waffle is lactose intolerant. So, she drinks Griffin's milk because dairy or cow's milk hurts her stomach. To start the scene, I'm going to put italic. I'm going to make it italic. I'm going to write parentheses, and I'm going to describe the scene. So, we've set up the scene here. So now we're going to write the dialogue. If I want a clarifier on like their emotions, I'll put italics, parentheses, and say I want the voice actor to read it as confused, then I'll write confused. And then Waffle will say like, and then character 2 walks in, which I will make my character Knight. And you know, it's just a short scene, like, it's definitely not perfect. We can look at the script for this current episode, and you can see I follow a similar setup here, and it's about just over 12 pages. And roughly it equals about a page a scene, at least for the way I set up my stuff. Once I've written my script, I finalize everything, and I get how I like it, I'll send it out to my voice actors. We use Discord to communicate. We have an entire server dedicated to everything Mortal 4 related. That's how we communicate. I highly recommend Discord if you're making a Minecraft roleplay. So I'll ping all the voice actors who are in that episode, list who's in that episode, and then I'll give them 1 to 2 weeks to get all their lines done. Now, when you're making a Minecraft roleplay, especially if you're directing, you need to be super flexible because, you know, not everyone's lives revolve around your roleplay. You know, there's a line between being flexible and, like, being a pushover when it comes to lines and due dates and stuff. But, yeah. Once everyone has sent to me their lines as an MP3, I go into DaVinci Resolve. That's my editing software. You can use any editing software that lets you export audio as a WAV file. I use DaVinci Resolve. It's probably the best free editing software there is. And I'm just going to take all their lines and I'm gonna connect them into like a conversation. I'll string them into a conversation. So I'll cut out one sentence from Knight's lines, and then if Waffle's speaking next, I'll take the next sentence from Waffle and I'll put them together, and that creates like a conversation. And I'll also add any audio effects I want to add, like if like it's their thoughts and I want to add some reverb, I'll add some reverb before exporting it. I'll also normalize all audio levels, make sure everything is roughly the same like level sound-wise. I will go ahead and cut those conversations into scenes. Think of scene from a movie. I just cut them up into like 30-second to 2-minute clips. And then I export those clips as a WAV file. It has to be a .wav file or it won't work in Blockbuster Studio. And then I just do that for all the clips in my roleplay. This normally takes me a couple hours. It's one of the faster processes, although sometimes a voice actor will accidentally forget a sentence or two, and I have to wait for them to resubmit those. Sometimes I'll work around it, like I'll edit the conversation just a little bit so that that line doesn't have to be included, but sometimes they forget lines that, like, cannot be forgotten. Like, I can't edit the conversation around that, so I'll have to wait for them to resubmit that. But yeah, once that's done, I throw them all in a folder to keep them organized, and then I go into Blockbuster Studio. I don't have to make skins for every new episode of my Minecraft roleplay, but I do have to make them sometimes. Fun fact, this skin I've made 3 times before, and I've lost every single time. I cannot find the file. I looked across my entire computer. I couldn't find it. I didn't upload it to Discord or anything. So I did screenshot it, so I was able to use it as reference. But that made me really mad. Just crashing out on call with my sister about it. And then I also throw it into my art program to make it HD, but I didn't record that. Just a little rule: if you just take Minecraft skins off of like Planet Minecraft or something, you can use those for your roleplays, no problem. But if you take someone else's skin meant for their roleplay, that's when the problem tends to come around. So just something to keep in mind if you're making your own roleplay. For Waffle's mother, I just used a base. I didn't feel like making a whole ass skin. I didn't feel like it. So I just threw on a face and some hair and filled in where the skin should be. That was that. Knight's mom, on the other hand, I was trying to find just a pre-made skin. There are no black Minecraft skins, like, at all. And, like, they're all of the ones that there are so bad. Like, you can just see me searching helplessly, and, like, they're not even coming up. Like, and of course, the few good ones I did find that didn't fit the time period that my Minecraft roleplay was set in, so I just grabbed a base and made my own. I felt really lazy. Maybe, I don't know. If you're a skin artist, you should make more people of color Minecraft skins, but I just made it myself. It wasn't a huge deal. For the HD eyes, I just go into Photopea, and then I color pick the skin tone off of the Minecraft skin, and just like paste it over, change the hue of the HD eyes for the eye asset, and then I cut out the eyes and erase the eyebrows, and boom, I import it into Blockbuster, and then I'm done. If you don't know what Blockbuster Studio is, it's basically the mod that I use to animate, record my actors, set up camera fixtures, export it all onto my computer as an MP4. It's a very big, complex mod. I have a tutorial for it on my YouTube that you should check out. We started this off real interesting, because my audio was broken on Blockbuster, and I've had this issue before. I just need to revert back a version, except I didn't change anything before I started this, so I don't know what the freak its problem was. Basically, the audio was so loud that whenever I'd play it, it was so bad. It was so loud, and the audio bar was highlighted like that, and I don't know. Everyone knows how to solve that issue. Please let me know in the comments. I will greatly appreciate it. But this is me recording my replay actors, and you set up your camera fixtures, you animate. You're gonna be seeing me do this repeatedly a lot in this video. The scene was pretty simple. They're just sitting around talking, no big deal. I didn't record every scene I recorded because there was like 20 of them in this episode, but in this clip you can see me animating it real clear. By the way, this clip is sped up 150 times, and my computer's actively dying right now. But yeah, they're just hugging, they're looking around, they're all sad and stuff. Definitely more of the simpler animation I do. But you'll see how crazy the animation in this episode gets. Yep, we did just skip 3.5 hours into animating time. This clip is sped up 150 times, and it's still over 10 minutes long. This is 3.5 hours of me recording, me animating. But yeah, this is definitely the most complex scene I made. It had the majority of the action in it, so I'll go over some of the techniques I used. So I cut the camera fixtures and I cut the recording of the actors part just for time's sake, but now I'm setting up particle effects. So I had this idea where she uses the air to lift them up or something. I don't know, she's the goddess of the sky. So I'm making custom particle effects here. I'm just using like dust or a wind particle. I think I used a smoke one actually, just to show her lifting them up in the air. And I use a program called Snowstorm for that. I'm not going to make a snowstorm tutorial because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will link a snowstorm tutorial at the end of the video if you want. Or maybe a card. I don't know if YouTube still does cards. If they still do cards, I'll put it up in the corner. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with Snowstorm. I can't help you. I'm sorry. And now I'm animating them lifting up into the air using the translate box to make them go a little bit higher. Alira doesn't go up for plot's sake. She's just chilling there. She has to ground them. And I don't feel like animating her using magic while flying in the air. Hopefully them flying didn't look too choppy. I tried my best. I actually kind of hate this action scene. I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I kind of just wanted to be done with it, so I didn't fuss on it for too long. I don't know if anyone ever wondered how I recorded Alira's plants, but how I do it is I bought an asset off of Etsy, I think, and then I took it in a Blockbench and I sliced it up into its own model block so I could animate its different positions. And I just animate it like a regular player. It has its own segments, and I can get some pretty cool effects with it. And if you want to be lazy like me, you can just copy the replay several times over, use the translate box, and it's moved over a little bit. Easy peasy. For the magic effect, I just use the circle preset in Snowstorm and change its colors and make sure it glows in the dark, and boom, magic effect. For most magic effects, I use particles or model blocks. And for the lightning strikes, I just took a model and then I used the summon lightning command, where I wanted the lightning to be, and then turned the actor's visibility off. The command still plays even though the actor isn't visible. And that happened several times. For the statue, I just recorded it as its own actor and I just didn't move. And then I sized it up, and then when its arm broke off after lightning struck it, I just took the arm, the replay's arm, and I translated it away. So this part of the episode was definitely the most difficult part because when you translate a replay actor, they don't have a walk cycle. So they'll just slide across the map, which looks really bad. So in this case, Waffle is too far away, but I can't re-record her because then I'll lose all the animation progress I did and I'll have to redo it. And also, the translate box is just a little bit finicky, which is fine. I made it work, but yeah, it I don't know. I feel like it looks kind of goofy. It wasn't as dramatic as I wanted it to be. It's not as animated as I wanted it to be, but oh well. So this is all I recorded. After this brutal 4-hour session, I was done. I was done with it, so I just go ahead and finish it all up. But I want to say that this took me about a total of 10 hours to fully record. Editing is pretty straightforward. I don't know. I don't really like it. I think that's just a me thing, but I don't know. It's pretty simple. So you just sync up the audio to the Minecraft clips because Blockbuster doesn't export it with the audio for some reason. I really don't know why. That would make my life a lot easier. But I'm just adding transitions between each clip. I'm adding sound effects. I'm normalizing all audio levels again, making sure everything flows right. If I need to add a line, if I need to completely re-record it, this is when I figure that all out. Adding sound effects like knocking or thunder or wind or rain. Adding copyright-free music. Yeah, then I'm done with editing and I move on to the final part. The thumbnail is the most important part of your Minecraft roleplay episode. It's the first impression everyone has, and if it looks bad, then they're probably not going to click on it. It's very true what they say that when most YouTubers say that they spend more time on their thumbnail than they do on their entire video. In my case, I did not spend 15 hours on this thumbnail. However, I did spend a pretty good long time on it. I use Blender with the Ice Cube rig. Honestly, if you're looking into creating Minecraft roleplay thumbnails, then I recommend just jumping into it and learning Blender as you go. I don't understand Blender. I don't pretend to understand Blender. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to Blender, but I do make thumbnail commissions. If you're interested, hit me up. But there are plenty of people who make Minecraft roleplay thumbnails at commissions, but that aren't ridiculously expensive. Obviously, the very nice ones are probably closer to $20, but I know people who will make renders and thumbnails for $5 or $10. That's what my range is typically. I can make a tutorial on making a Minecraft roleplay thumbnail if you guys want. I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't explain it very well, but yeah, I'm just posing the rig in Blender, and then I'm taking the faces, I'm deleting them, and then I'm adding a solidify layer to make the layers 3D. Although they're shiny, I don't know how to fix that. Like I said, I don't understand Blender at all. I just do what Google tells me to do. And then first, I go into Minecraft and I take a screenshot of the map that I used for that episode as the background. And then I throw that into Photopea, which is a free Photoshop software. And then I'm playing with the color and the saturation and all of that stuff. Adding light leaks, adding various effects and PNGs to try to make it look good. Slapping on my logo that I did not make, by the way. I will link where I got my logo from. The person who made it, they're very talented. You should definitely go commission them if you're interested in a logo for your Minecraft roleplay series. And then I'm done, and then I upload it to YouTube, and I put in a very good title, and I credit all my people that I need to credit in the description. If you made it to the end, congratulations. You have a completely normal attention span, and you get a cookie. Thank you so much for watching this video. I came up with this idea in the middle of the night while I was trying to fall asleep. This is definitely a very long video, longer than anything I've made before, I think. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You should definitely go check out The Mortal 4 episode 9, or just The Mortal 4 in general if you haven't seen it. You can see I put a lot of effort into it, and so does everyone else who works on it. And maybe you should go check out other small Minecraft roleplays now that you see the effort that goes into making it. If you're ever interested in making your own Minecraft roleplay, I'm totally open to answering questions. I also don't talk much on my own channel, which is kind of funny. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Drink some water, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.